Secretary's report.
The microphone.
Coming up.
Does it work? Yes. Okay, Secretary's report. All the documents have been put up on the web page, or I should say the Facebook page, and also emailed out to everybody. That includes the minutes from the November meeting, as well as the current monthly calendar, the DX expedition calendar, and the contest calendar as well. So it's all up there. Now, we've covered already the Hamfest for this year. There will be a list in the minutes coming up, a new list. This just died.
It died.
It died.
Talk real loud.
The list will be in the minutes coming up of all the Hamfest for this year coming up. So it's on there. It will be there as well. So that's it. That's what I got. Back to you.
Treasurer's report.
Which one?
Right. Do you want to handle the money?
Yeah.
And then well, me to go first?
No, let me just say the statement of conditions was sent out to all the members, and if anybody has any questions, let me know. I don't know. Now Arnie's
Okay.
gonna need it.
Little things worry me, and I think it's important that the little things worry me, and I think it's important that the membership consider programmatic changes that affect the treasurer's office, and that's why this item was on the agenda. Do we want to continue the complimentary 1-year membership when you pass your first exam? The treasurer is not overloaded. If you want to keep it, that's fine. We don't need a motion or anything. We just go on. The folks can, treasurer will monitor and send a bill out at the end of the complimentary year. But if you want to stop the program, somebody needs to make a motion to eliminate the free year, or some plan like free until the end of the calendar year. Whatever the group thinks is perfect. The treasurer can't take a stand. Steve?
Is this where we ask questions, or should I wait a minute?
I didn't
Ask questions or wait a minute? Got it.
Yeah, no, I think we're ready. I'll make one comment. If we're going to change the program, it should be effective in the motion February 1st, not this month. Steve?
Okay, question. Of the freebies that are given out, how many end up becoming paying members, approximately?
20% at the most. Let's see how many that are here today. Sam, Terry, okay. And the president last year had free membership.
Okay.
And
May I ask second part? Okay. That was part one. Part two is I would like to then make the motion that we align the free memberships that are given out with the way our current membership pays. For example, you have it down there free until the end of the calendar year. That's the point I'm driving to. That way, beginning with January 1st or 2nd, they're in line or potentially in line with the rest of the club membership and dues and things like that. So that's my motion, that we alter the free membership, we continue it, and we alter the free membership such that it becomes in alignment with the regular membership payment schedule.
Hear, hear.
Second.
we have a second. And this would begin.
Could you repeat the motion, please?
1 February.
Okay, the motion is that, let me make sure I got this right. The motion is that we continue to give free memberships to new attendees, just as we always have, except that free membership ends at the end of the calendar year, just like all our other memberships do. Was that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that has been seconded.
I would like to amend, not change it, but amend it to ask the treasurer in the February meeting of next year to tell us how many of the people that got the free membership renewed. So we know whether it was a good deal, a good idea, or a bad idea.
Feedback reporting. I accept the potential change.
Did everyone hear what that change was?
And let me just add, Arnie said 20%. That's a gut thing. We have not really ever tracked that. You know, how many free ones we gave out in a year versus how many of them converted. That's just kind of a gut feel, and it's probably not even close to 20%. I mean,
Okay.
my one was 7 years ago, so you know.
We don't actually need a motion for that. I can just direct the treasurer to make that report. So,
That'll keep
Some
the
direction.
motion.
any other discussion, questions, whatever?
Call for the question.
All in,
I have a question. Have we changed the membership from 1 year from when you joined and then a year after, or are we
Yes.
going on a yearly basis?
it has been changed to a yearly basis as of last month or the month before. I
October,
can't remember.
actually.
October. I can't remember what it was.
October.
Yeah.
Henry?
Yeah,
Who's here
my
to vote
question is,
against it?
we give this membership out, free membership, but then what are we doing to follow up on that with the new amateurs? Let's say the majority of the new amateurs, as an incentive to wanna even be in our club? What are we doing? Are we promoting ourselves with them? Or are we just leaving them out there to dry and just say, you passed your test, okay, now go away and do your own thing?
That's an excellent question. However, the question has been called, and so we need to take a vote on the motion first. So, all in favor of the motion as stated, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, now, motion carries. Thank you, Lucian.
Henry, if I can answer, I know that Dave and Dwayne have helped new members get their rigs on the air. There may be others of you that are doing that. And I invite the new members to come to the last Thursday lunch, even if they live in Lawton. But if they're coming out here, I send an email out. But that's all I know of.
May I build on that, Arnie? I have a big mouth, so. Henry, in answer to your question, one of the things that I try to do as the VE coordinator, and the VEs help me do this, is we make sure we're known. For example, Junior here, introduced myself, and I haven't had a chance to talk to you yet because we normally do that during the welcome aboard meeting. I make sure they have my phone number, my email. If you have any questions, call me. You know, I don't reach back out to them because I don't want to be intrusive or considered intrusive, but I definitely work hard, and my VEs work hard, or Bill's VEs now, work hard to make sure that everybody knows that we are a source of information, and we try to give advice like, don't buy a radio till you talk to somebody.
Yes.
And everybody has their own opinions and things like that about different brands and stuff. I also say that they can use me as a middleman for questions. I don't know everything. I would be the first to tell you, but somebody I know might. So I can relay questions or put them in touch with a person who might be able to answer their question. Terry is really good about that. Tom's really good about that. Dave and Dwayne are really good about that. Those are just the ones that I see almost every month doing something. What would help me out, and I've been asked this by other team members in other states, is how do you get the new people engaged after they pass their test, when you've made yourself available or whatever? Get them engaged, not just to become the club, but to just get into amateur radio. If you have a great idea or any ideas at all, we'd love to try it out.
Let me just, and and I'm glad to hear that you do that, but on the second side of that coin is that as a person that doesn't know our hobby, doesn't know us, any of the members or anything else particularly, maybe one or so, and just say, here's my phone number, and you talk about this, going through this little indoctrination speech thing you're talking about, and offer a phone number to call. My first thought would be that if that were me, I would never call you. If you don't make the effort to at least contact me one more time after that sometime or another, then I'm gonna think, okay, they really don't care about me.
Okay.
Howsoever, I don't know any of these people, so why would I call you out of the blue? It's kind of like in the old days, you know, people come by and say, come see me sometime. Do you really mean that? Probably not.
Well, actually,
It's like,
yeah, I see what
I
you're
understand,
saying.
we mean it, yes, call me, but you see what I'm saying?
Strangers are not
Yeah.
gonna call strangers.
Exactly, so what I'm saying is, I think we need to, along with what you're doing, and I think that's great, but I think in addition to that, why don't we add one more step to contact the new amateurs at least once?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
After a settling period, maybe a week or two, you know, to kind of settle in and figure out where they actually now have questions, because initially, majority are new amateurs are not gonna have questions right off the bat. There's too much. It's overpowering. But a couple of weeks in or so, then if you need somebody to get on a calling committee or something, I'll do that.
No, I think that's a great idea.
But
I really do.
I think we need to follow up and make sure that they know, yes, we want you involved.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. We can do that. That's easy to do. Dave, you want to hand up next?
Are we still handing out the information packets the club developed 4 or
Yes.
5 years ago?
Yes.
And that.
And
that's
they've
where
been
this-
updated, yes.
Okay, so it shows all 4 operational repeaters, their locations.
I haven't looked
Yes,
at it in
they are
a
up
little
to
while,
date.
But Sam and
That's
okay.
Arnie have been telling me they've been keeping it
Okay.
updated, so.
So the other thing that really make this work is like this gentleman back here, if he goes to do the test and he passes the test, we make him operate for 45 minutes or so.
That's an idea too.
Before he goes home.
We have a prime resource.
That's like deep into the pool, but that's not a bad idea either.
That's right,
Okay,
one-stop
number two
shopping.
next. Terry, yes.
80-20 issue. You cannot, some people, let me rephrase that. I have known Steve to reprogram or to initially program handhelds for brand new people a half a dozen times at least. I don't know if he's been asked lately, but I know he's done that. I go over contests. When we give the speech back there, one thing we emphasize is please come to meetings because that's where you're going to learn stuff. I go over, particularly I'm interested in 10-meter contests because that's what the technicians can do. Dave and Dwayne constantly dwell on new technology, new methods. But if you don't come to a meeting, you don't have a hell of a lot of interest to start with other than, I got my ticket, so what? So what you're saying is good, but the ones that are interested that come to meetings, they're exposed to all kinds of stuff. I don't know that another call is gonna change their attitude. The ones that are interested are gonna come to club meetings, they're gonna be exposed to stuff, and they're going, oh, how do you do WTX XYZ? I don't have a clue.
Yep.
We have work parties where we say, hey, if you want to see how an antennas is set up, come to the work party. We have field day.
Field day.
And if people aren't interested, calling them is a frickin' waste of time. If they're not interested in coming to club meetings, they're just not be
But with that
motivated.
same thing, Terry, if I was a new amateur and I didn't know anybody, I took my exam and I got all this information and say, come to the meeting. So I'm gonna look for probably, maybe subconsciously, but I'm probably gonna look for any excuse not to go to sit to it with a bunch of strangers and.
That I didn't do a good
and-
job of talking to you at the pre-thing.
Yeah, and
Well,
One
I
other
don't
thing
know.
that we used to do is, I used to have it's hard to do now because I'm a VE, but we used to have a 15-minute mini tech session where we took a single little tiny thing like
how to do
it
a
doesn't
cue.
matter how minor it was, and nobody ever came. The people that came were like folks that always came and they were already way past tech. The techs just weren't interested. But maybe that was my fault for not putting it on the schedule. Hey, next month we're gonna do something.
Clarence, you were next.
Yeah, I'm done.
I have to put my 2 cents worth in here. Some of the clubs have Elmer nights. Scars has a big Elmer night every month. And that's where we need to look at, have an Elmer night, maybe at a restaurant, have the people come, and we'll teach them about their radios. We'll teach them proper techniques about operating their radios. And that's getting to be a pet peeve of mine on HF, on some of the repeaters. I'm hearing some people using 11-meter techniques to communicate. And that's getting to be a pain in the butt to me when I hear that. But think about an Elmer night, once, maybe twice a month. Have them come, maybe at a restaurant or some other convenient location, teach them these things.
That's a good idea. We had another one back over here, and then Barbara, you're up after that.
Yeah, a question. Do you record the emails of the people that take their tests so that you can send out a brief email to kind of say, hey, these things are available?
I keep all of that data.
Okay.
So
Well, and if they accept the 1-year membership, then they go on our
the
mailing
official
list,
mailing
they go
list.
on our roster.
Plus, we post that on. I'm sorry.
No, I'm
you're
saying
like after Barbara.
that Tom sends that email that we all get to everybody that has passed their tech
Yeah.
stuff, and in it, Tom will list, hey, Dell City's having a contact Hal for information, or list all the events. So they are aware of it. It's their motivation.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. Everybody has to have a little skin in the game. So I like the ideas that we're getting so far, and I can follow up with an email list of everybody who's taken a test. I've got all the records going back to 2014. So, Barbara.
We have a new tech. Junior, what are you interested in? What can we do to make you pleased to be here?
A list of everybody in the club with their call letters or whatever, and that way, every once in a while you might hit different ones and just see just to communicate to somebody else that you know, or halfway know.
Okay.
Our roster that we keep up and send out.
Yeah, we send a roster out every month.
That has phone numbers and call signs and
One
stuff
more
like
No,
that.
that's
There was another question I saw. Yeah.
I'll ask this, what percent of the people that test come because this is a place to test, not necessarily a place they intend to affiliate with? Because there's only X many places in central Oklahoma to test.
We have, I can answer that. I can't give you a specific number without pulling my data, but I would say probably 10 to 15%. We have people drive from Texas, from Kansas to come in and test for
But
us.
only that small amount?
Yes, it's a very small amount.
Okay. Thank you.
However, if somebody tells me I can't make your test meeting, then I say, well, SCARS has got it on this date, EARS has got it on this date, and I try to point them to a place where they might get in quicker. Because if they ask me the question now, if I can get them to a testing site faster, that's more likely they'll take the test. Dave, you had your finger up?
Yeah, I was thinking, as you mentioned that, about the sources within the club. It'd be interesting if each member had a page or a couple of lines that says, what things do you do? Do you do RIDI? Do you do satellites? Do you do whatever? And anybody who's looking for information could look down that and say, well, here's a RIDI guy, or here's a guy that does
That's a good
contesting.
idea too.
And
So-
each member would maintain that as what they're interested, what they actually do, not what you're interested in, but what they do.
Did you were looking at did you have a question too, or a statement? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hijack the meeting. That's a great idea also. And I'd like to table that to get more input, because some people might not be comfortable putting that information out, but we could definitely do something like that. I mean, I would do something like that in a heartbeat.
I'm not ashamed to say I do RIDI.
Yeah.
I think most of us should know what the others do around here.
But the new people don't.
New people do not, right?
He doesn't even know what RIDI is yet.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. President.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, Steve, put you on the spot.
Okay.
To be chair of a small committee to look into what we can do to retain these new members, I'll be happy to be part of that. Do it all yourself or pick a couple of other people, but if you're willing to do it, you are now chairman of that committee.
Can we call that the membership committee?
We can call it the membership committee.
We don't want our club to die committee.
That, I don't care what you call it right at the moment.
Okay.
But let's do that, and which means the rest of you, when you have ideas, please email them to
Steve
and me.
Let me throw out one thing. I'm a dual club member. I belong to Edmond because I live there. And when I first got my ham license, I wanted to find out who else was down here. So, what we do up at Edmond before our meetings at 7, at 6 o'clock, we invite anybody that wants to come over. We will talk to you. We don't tell them that. We're going to show you how to put a PL 259 together, or we're going to put some power poles together, or something like that. Some kind of build an antenna, a J-pole, or whatever they want to do, and that will get the guys there some, not all of them, but once they're there and they're willing to ask questions, they get kind of stimulated a little bit with what we're doing and want to know what's this and why you're doing that. And that's another way, because you're already there ready for a meeting, and
That's
and
a
then,
good idea,
then
too.
they could go to our meeting and know what's going on.
So if you have those ideas, I accept the position.
Okay.
If you have those ideas about what to do, how to change, please email me with a CC to Bill. If you don't have my email address, look on the roster.
It's on the roster.
Yes, Hal.
I can't see it.
Just Hal's been back here waiting, so.
One of the things that we as a group need to do, Terry gives the briefing and all of that, when a new ham becomes ham, okay? He was doing the tech session before a meeting like QCV was just talking about. No, you need to make a social connection with the person. You need to build trust with the person. I'm not gonna go to a stranger and ask a stupid damn question that I don't know about unless I feel I can trust the person.
Okay.
So, Arnie's doing right, inviting people to social gatherings. That way there you can walk around and talk to other folks and get a feel, is Steve honest? Is Henry honest? Can I trust them? That is what needs to happen. Well, I mean, please understand.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
you interact with the members of the group?
And that's another good one too. And I'm keeping track of these in my head.
Okay,
so.
I understand.
These are all
I'm just
good ideas.
feeling
Yeah.
But in
a
the
social.
interest of getting out of here sometime before mid-afternoon,
Yeah.
let us continue.
Email me.
Jesus.
Okay.
OCAPA net report.